much would it take, nigga?
How much it would take me? Shit.
Everybody got a price, though.
I don't think I would take it. I don't think I'd take it. Because the thing about going to kick, like you go to kick when you're like kind of retired, like when you don't want to do anything more extreme, like expanding. That's you know what I'm saying? Like not to disrespect kick.
Yeah.
But I feel like Twitch is like where you YouTube.
That is not a good sign for Kick at all. So arguable breakout streamer of the year, Jason Ween just hopped on stream with Cash Nasty and had that to say about signing to Kick. And I think that one small take right there says a lot about the state of Kick in 2024. And it's one thing for me to be saying it, but for Kick's golden boy Adin Ross to be saying the exact same thing, that's a red flag.
I actually don't agree with that. I don't agree with that take. I'm gonna explain why I don't agree with that take. You have somebody like Neon who blew up from Kick. You have someone like Combi who blew up from Kick. You have tons of people who blow up from Kick or getting more money on Kick and or making more career decisions on Kick. You know, I know I'm not doing it right now, so I can't really speak about it. It's gonna be on some hypocritical, ironic shit. I did these boxing events that I would never be able to do on Twitch. I did a stream with Trump that I would never be able to do on Twitch. I've done streams of myself that have surpassed stuff in my career. You know, that I would never ever in the right mind be able to do on Twitch. I think Kick is a better platform than Twitch. I think the issue is he is correct with, I would say, and I admit myself, it's a comfortable thing, right? Like if I had as much hunger as I did a few years back and I applied it to the Kick, it would just be insane, right? You know, but I don't. But it's okay.
Okay, I lied a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't fully agree with Jason's take. But what I think he did speak on is how streaming deals have affected some of your favorite creators. And to be honest with you, this goes way beyond Kick. I don't know if y'all were paying attention with the content creator ecosystem in 2019, I believe 2018. But streaming deals are not something that Kick introduced to the table. Facebook was throwing bags. YouTube was throwing bags. Twitch was throwing bags. And when Kick came onto the scene, one of their main things marketing-wise was, yo, we are going to throw your favorite streamers some of the biggest bags they have ever seen. And we're talking about millions of dollars here. Some have been reported to be close to 50 million. Some have been reported close to 100 million. Now, how credible these sources are, I don't really know. For some reason, as a community, we just decided Fear Buck was going to be the Woj of Kick streaming. I don't know. But long story short, Kick was throwing out crazy bags in the beginning. Now, exclusivity deals, streaming deals like what Kick has been throwing to me is a content creator's dream. I think one of the most stressful things about being a content creator is not having a consistent paycheck. Everything being so performance-based, and you can go down a really bad rabbit hole when it comes to that, right? It is really annoying that on some months you may make just $500, $1,000, $1,500, and then on other months you're making $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. And we all know the lifestyle difference between someone making $800 a month and $10,000 a month is extremely large. But the fact that you can't really calculate how much you're gonna make every single month, it's stressful. You don't know how much money you're making. And what streaming deals have provided streamers is a way to stabilize their income for once in their content creator journey. I believe a lot of these streaming deals are structured in a way where, yo, you have to exclusively stream on our platform in exchange for X amount of hours a month. Once you sign that dotted line, essentially you just have to meet your hours and you will get paid a certain amount to show up on X or Y platform.
Obviously, you know, I handled it behind the scenes, obviously. But yeah, Trainwreck said something about me losing the deal. No, I didn't take the second deal because they was trying to make me sign an NDA, chat. And you know, I am not going. But it's all love to Kick.
And from the content creator's perspective, just from a money standpoint, that is absolutely fantastic. I wish I had a deal like that. However, what we've seen in the last 2 to 3 years with streamers being more relevant, with streamers getting a lot more of these deals, is that there are some cons to having a streaming deal that we just don't talk about. And I think the number one, which is what Adin spoke to in the clip, is comfortability and complacency. Just from an anecdotal perspective, I don't know a lot of streamers that sign exclusive streaming deals that grew after they signed said deal. A lot of the streamers that YouTube signed from Twitch have not reached the peaks that they had when they were on Twitch. Same thing with Kick. A lot of the streamers that they signed over from Twitch have not reached those same peaks or even higher peaks once they went over to Kick. And mind you, I need to emphasize this. I am talking about Kick streamers that Kick paid themselves to essentially buy off of Twitch to stream on their platform. So I'm not talking about Neon. I'm not talking about Fusi in this instance. But they're also kind of special cases in different ways, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Before they signed their deal, they were fully in the hamster wheel race of, hey, what's the next stream gonna be? Hey, what's the next event gonna be so that I can get more viewers on my stream? I can keep growing growing, therefore I can make more money. You're seeing that now with the phases of the world. You're seeing that now with, Kai and AMP. You saw that with Adin when he was on Twitch. You saw that with Bruce when he was on Twitch. You saw that with Rage when he was on Twitch. But what I've noticed with the guys with the deals is they just don't got that fire anymore. Or at least right now. It's just a lot of, hey, we're gonna chill with our chat. We're gonna do some chill shit. We're gonna play games. I'ma still be the entertaining guy that you guys have always known me as, naturally speaking. That's why I got to this point. But doing big events, going IRL, doing marathon, subathon streams, I do think that is less incentivized when you are on a streaming deal.
Your favorite streamer right now at 3:06 Eastern, 12 noon. I swear to God, they haven't updated you on Twitter yet in the communities. You don't know when they're going live. All they're gonna do is wake up and give you a bullshit stream. Hit up that girl. Maybe we kick it with them.
And I do wonder if in the long run, that's a healthy trade-off for these streamers. On one hand, yeah, it is nice that you are getting paid a lot of money to stream without having to run that hamster wheel. That is fantastic. But on the other hand, if in a lot of these cases you aren't growing your brand as a whole, I do get a little worried when these deals have an end to them. And by the end of your deal, you haven't grown as a content creator. What is the likelihood of you getting re-signed? I don't think it's as high as you would think. And now you have a diminished platform by the end of your deal. You might have to climb your way back to your peaks prior. Is that necessarily worth it? It's debatable. Or hey, is it a case of, yo, these streaming deals allow me to not worry about my analytics so much. These streaming deals have provided me with guaranteed generational money that I can retire off of, to the point where I don't have to force myself to do things for the rat race. While the content as a viewer, as a follower of said streamer may not be as good as it once was, from a content creator's perspective, hey, I literally can go live now whenever I want. Or at least as long as I just meet my hours, right? I do want to key in on Rage here for a second, because Rage, I think, is in a very, very interesting situation when it comes to this discussion. For those who don't know, Rage right now is at the end of his Kick deal, and he has a very important decision to make as to what platform he picks. Rage, uniquely enough as well, is a guy who is in FaZe, and for those who have kept up with FaZe, FaZe specifically is a streaming group now that succeeds on Twitch. And I think in 2024, a lot of the streamers and content creators that Rage still associates himself with are on Twitch. He doesn't associate himself much with Adin anymore. He doesn't associate himself with Bruce anymore. And on a stream that he had with Agent recently, he asked Agent on his opinion about his deal, and this is what Agent had to say.
You spend a lot of money, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, your lifestyle is just very expensive. So realistically, you're not going to downgrade that. And I also know that you don't stream that much. Like, you stream every other day when you're on. So, which is a good pace, but it means that, like, realistically, you would stand to make significantly less if you go on Twitch. So if you go on Twitch, it would just be for your own pure enjoyment. Next thing I would say is the opportunity that exists currently with Kick probably won't exist for another year, realistically. Like, Rumble's not spending that much money no more. YouTube and Twitch aren't doing deals no more. Like, it's just not profitable. So Kick probably won't be doing this for much longer. This is like it's not like you're gonna be able to do this again next year or the year after. This could potentially be the last chance for you to get like a crazy bag from streaming without working your ass off and fucking doing subathons and shit like that nonstop.
Bro, but they got me so fucking, like, watching that subathon, bro. I want to go so crazy, bro.
But so that's the thing. So if you're on some like non-stop content shit, then I think Twitch is the answer, realistically. That's where you're gonna see the growth.
I'm gonna be honest, I completely agree with Agent on this regard. I think for Rage specifically, Twitch will be here in a year or two for him. That $15-20 million Kick deal is not going to be, or the likelihood of it is not as high as Twitch falling off. But I do find Rage's reaction in this clip to be very interesting, because I think that he thinks that if he was on Twitch, he would be pulling much better numbers and would be growing his brand as a whole if he just stayed there. However, Agent is making the case that, yeah, you might pull these numbers and you are still going to make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. That's big, Rage. Nah, that's glaze. But the amount of work you need to do to get the exact same amount of money on Kick just for streaming there would be crazy. Now, I think this is something that a lot of your content creators just don't want to say, but a lot of us are competitive. A lot of us keeping tabs with our own numbers, with other people's numbers, and a lot of us have the motivation to be the best that we can be. And for a guy like Rage, who is going to make a lot of money regardless of which platform he chooses, maybe the number one thing on his mind isn't just money. Maybe it is, yo, how can I be the biggest creator that I can be? Maybe one of his main priorities is just, yo, how can I make content creation fun? I just remember all the conversations about Kai getting a Kick deal and everyone talking about how, yo, Kai, how can you pass up $30-40 million? Take that shit.
I'm hurt. I wanted Kai and Speed on Kick. I'm gonna be honest. We originally offered, I think, Kai and Speed 40 million. I think Kai was 40 million and Speed was 40 million. They said no, but so that just goes to show you, bro. Motherfuckers are fucking. It's NBA money, bro. NBA fucking money.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, from the outside looking in, I was on that side of things when we were talking about Kai back then. But then I really had to think about it. Yo, Kai is a guy that's gonna be making money regardless of where he goes. Why go on a platform where, yeah, you get more guaranteed money, but you're not gonna have as much fun streaming? You're gonna have this feeling that you're not reaching your full potential. This is not a place where your community is comfortable. Why choose that platform when you can just stay on the platform that you grew on and still make a lot of money? I think that's the main thing. You are still gonna be making a lot of money staying on the platform where you started. And I think a lot of these streamers know how it goes. We like to play coy in a lot of these conversations, but at the end of the day, the bigger you are as a content creator, the more money becomes less of a problem. The more the opportunities just start rolling in your door. So long-term wise, there really isn't that much of an incentive to sign these streaming deals, because long-term wise, a lot of these creators are just better off picking the platform where they are going to grow the most. And that leads me to go back to Adin and just say, I personally think we have seen the best of Adin. And similar to the video I made about Mr. Beast, this doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. I think Adin, more than anyone, especially because he has shares in the company, has benefited the most from Kick. This is a guy that, despite him not streaming a lot, lives very, very comfortably.
That's Matt Leo. I mean, doesn't just give him a little skim. That's like GT.
I wouldn't be surprised if Adin has 50 plus, maybe even $100+ million in his bank account. And for those who don't know, that is fuck you. I can do whatever I want. I can retire, make content whenever, however I want money. What I'm seeing with Adin right now is a guy that has literally no incentive to push the boundaries as to what it means to be a streamer. On one hand, for the Adin loyals, that's a harsh reality for y'all. But on the other hand, as a content creator myself, I ain't gonna lie, that's a luxury to be in that position. To be in the position where you can just chill the rest of your life and not worry about the views and all these analytics. I think that's a fantastic position to be in. To be able to retire your family members and still live a lavish life yourself, that's fantastic. Listen, the harsh reality is a majority of your favorite content creators have a lifespan of 5, 6, 7 years. And with Adin specifically, he's had all these crazy announcements of, I'm about to go crazy, I'm about to lock in on 2K, I'm about to, lock it, bring back SSB, all these different things. And then 1 or 2 weeks later, he's slowing down. 1 or 2 weeks later, he's not streaming for another month, all these different things. I think Adin's a guy that's done his damage already. I think he's a guy that's made a long-lasting, lifelong impact within the creator verse that we live in. And it also doesn't help that he keeps on associating himself with these extremely edgy content creators. Again, that just speaks to, if his prerogative was to be the biggest brand, the biggest celebrity at this point that he can be, he wouldn't be associating himself with the Fousey Tubes, with the Andrew Tates, with the Sneakos of the world. That just wouldn't be the case. He would be the guy pushing to be on these NBA commercials the same way Kai is. He'd be the guy that McDonald's would want to partner up with. In 2024, that's just not who Adin is. And I think that's a reality that a lot of his fans just need to accept. This is just who Adin is now. It's just stuff from the outside looking in, because I hate to see when content creators don't reach their full potential. And with Adin specifically, there was a higher peak that he could have reached. And even his old friend FaZe Banks agrees with me.
Adin Ross, love you to death. That kid is my brother, and I'm so happy for him. That kid is a beautiful use case for what an incredible story looks like. Rags to riches, doing it all on your own, paving the way. But, he caught that fat steak bag, $50 million. And his content changed a lot, and it's gonna change a lot. But like Adin, in my opinion, has more potential than anyone. I think Adin could be doing Speed type numbers, could be doing, Kai type productions and streams.
How did you
$50 million is like a retiring, I can call it, now I get to really do what I want type number.
I think it was last year, Adin was pretty transparent as well with having problems with consuming lean. And I don't know if Adin leaning towards the edgy content and doing lean is a product of the complacency of the Kick deal, But if it is, then my God, that kick deal really cooked Adin though, for real, for real. And literally, is that wrong to say? But with that being said, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section down below. Another content creator who peaked as well is out. Peace.